Girl, you still living at home at 26? What is you doing? Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl C Money. They call me C Money because all I do is see money, okay? So pretty much in this video, I just really want to talk about life, okay? And what a lot of y'all might be going through, what I'm going through right now, more specifically when it comes to living situations, okay? Like, I know it might be tough. I know y'all might be thinking like, damn, I'm 26 years old and I still live at home. Girl, me too, okay? I'm 26, I live at home, I have a son, and I know that, from society could put a lot of pressure on you, like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? As if I'm not doing enough, but I'm here to reassure you, babe, you're doing just fine. You're doing just enough, okay? Let's get the society things out of the way, okay? In other countries, it is normal to live with your parents and to live at home until you're pretty much married. Like, they're giving you away to your spouse, whatever the case may be. So, don't, you know what I mean? So, whether that be you're 20, you're 26, you're 30, whatever the case, if you're not married, then you're still living at home. Feel me? So let's get that out of the way. It's only taboo in America that you're still living at home. Okay? So that's number one. Number two is don't let society make you feel like you're not doing enough. Okay? Like, as long as you're going to school or you're working or you're handling business, like, you're doing just fine. Like, you really got to understand that everybody is on a different timeline. Everybody is in a different race. So don't feel bad because your journey doesn't look like somebody else's journey. That's something I have to remind myself almost every day when I'm going on social media and I'm seeing people thriving, getting married, having kids. I'm like, I already done had the kids, but why am I not married? Why am I not in my own place yet? And I just really had to stop and take a second to just remind myself, you're a full-time student, you're a full-time mom. The housing market is crazy right now. Like, a lot of y'all who are even in two-income households are struggling. So, like, what? So stop putting all that pressure on yourself to where you're feeling stressed and where you're feeling overwhelmed. Like, relax, my darling. Like, you are doing fine. What I want you to do, though, is get into your word. Because this morning, I actually had a crazy revolution. One of my friends texted me, and she's always sending me things like housing applications, apartment applications. Love you down for that, girl. Like, thank you. But I'm always stuck in this state of like, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to even support rent, and God knows that I want a townhouse. So if I go to an apartment, am I settling? Am I listening to God? Like, what is it that I need to do? So today I prayed, and I prayed hard. I prayed hard to the point of tears. And I was just asking God, like, what is good with my situation right now? Like, I feel like nothing in my career is moving. I feel like my social media isn't where it needs to be. Like, I don't like content creating. Like, why is content creating so hard? It's just having to do it constantly is just crazy. But if you could do it, kudos to you. But for the average person, it is really hard to always pick up a camera and to record what you're doing or things like that, when you're going to school, going to work, traveling, commuting, whatever. So it is hard, but if this is what you want to do, you got to put your foot into it, babe. So here I am. I don't want to put my whole thing on YouTube. Like, I'm not relying fully on YouTube. I have my art career. I have my tattoo career. I'm going to school to be an art teacher. So like, I have different avenues going, but like, I just feel so stuck. Like, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. And I've heard in times, like, my stepdad, he would say like, oh, you're gonna be living at home till you're 30 and blah 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 blah. Like, and my mom doesn't care. Like, she's never brought it up to me. She's never mentioned to me to move out. She's never mentioned my age, none of that. So it's kind of like, why are you mentioning it? Anyway, besides the point, so I was just going back into my prayer, into my word, and God spoke to me through the word, and I just want to read to you a little something, okay? So, pretty much, we're going to be in the book of Haggai, and it says, Haggai 1:4, it says, is it a time for you yourselves to be living in your paneled houses while this house remains a ruin? So, to me, that's saying, look at your current situation, okay? Do you know how to steward your living situation well? Are you keeping your house clean? Are you keeping your laundry done? Are you making sure everything is organized? Is your house cluttered? Are you behind on bills? Is there no like food in the refrigerator? Like, look at your current situation, okay? Look at your living situation. What does it look like? And just take a minute. What does it look like, okay? And I have to do the same. My living situation is not bad. I don't live in a cluttered house. My mom is she don't play that, okay? So, and neither do I. So, the house is pretty in order, but also we have a downstairs room or a downstairs basement or whatever that's pretty much out of sight, out of mind. So a lot of the times we just throw things in there and just forget about it. They want to make it like my creative space or whatever. So I don't know what that's looking like at this point, but it's just, again, it's out of sight, out of mind. But the more I'm really thinking about it, it's like it all contributes into the living situation. Like, the way the room looks is not pleasing to God. Like, it is not up to standard. It's not up to par. Me and the people who live in this house need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So if you need to like pitch the ideas to some family members, like, hey, like maybe we should start, organizing, cleaning up some rooms, do that, even if it's just you who takes the initiative and gets the ball rolling, people are going to start to follow behind. They're going to follow suit. So just look at your situation and just take it all in and see what you need to do. See how you could upkeep it. The next part that I highlighted here, it says, give careful thoughts to your ways. You have planted much, but harvested little. You eat, but never have enough. You drink, but never have your fill. You put on clothes, but are not warm. You earn wages only to put them in a purse with holes in it. So, there's a lot to unpack there. Where it says, give careful thoughts to your ways, that's pretty self-explanatory. Just really think about your spending habits. Think about your living situation. Think about what you put your money towards. Think about your thankfulness and how gracious you are and to live in a house whether it be rent free or you have to pay rent, which if your parents are making you pay rent, you might as well move out. Like, I just feel like parents shouldn't make you pay rent to live in the house, but if you want to help contribute to like the food and things, that's great. Like, I'm so blessed to have my mom who really doesn't check for all of that for me. So, you know, that's to my next point. You eat but never have enough. Like, I eat every day. I don't worry about where my next meal is coming from, where I'm gonna get it, if I'm gonna have enough, if my son is gonna be able to eat. I never have to worry, and for that I am so thankful. I am so blessed. So taking that into consideration, it's the same with you. Like, do you realize that how blessed you are to even be in a house, to even be able to eat? You know what I mean? Like, you put out all of this energy into thinking about your current living situation when it's like in a negative light, like, oh man, like, I'm 26 years old, still living in my parents' house, everybody's moving out, blah blah blah. Okay, everybody's moving out, but you're blessed enough to not have the same stressors that they have. Okay, you don't gotta worry about bills, you don't gotta worry about rent, you don't gotta worry about certain things, you know what I mean? As opposed to people who are really on their own. Like, you eat but you never have enough. Like, you eat or you have things but you're not grateful for it. Like, you never, it's like just a constant, it's just like a constant need. And it's like, you're not in need of anything. You have a place to live. You have clothes on your back. So that's what that's saying. You earn wages only to put them in a purse with holes in it. Which means you have income coming in. You have this money coming in. But what are you spending it on? Are you spending it on weed? Are you spending it on alcohol? On partying, on clothes, on the newest, brightest, shiniest things? Like, what are we spending our money on? And it's very important that you save and put away for your house. I've always said, like, when I move out, I don't want to move out and like have to sleep on an air mattress. Like, I get it, it's growth, whatever, it builds character, cool. But when I leave my mother's house, I want to go into an environment where I have a bed, my son has a bed, we have a couch, we have a TV, we have food in the fridge, we have working AC, we have working heat, all of this. So you need to save for that. Okay, you need to save. Stop spending your money going out to eat, being with friends, getting your nails done. I mean, these are like DIY. I do my own nails, so I'll do another video on that if y'all want me to. My next point. Because of my house, which remains a ruin, while each of you is busy with your own house. Therefore, because of you, the heavens have withheld their dew and the earth its crops. I called for a drought on the fields and the mountains, on the grain, the new wine, the olive oil, and everything else the ground produces, on people and livestock, and on the labor of your hands. The most important part is, and all the labor of your hands. So, pretty much it's saying, if you're constantly in this state of mind where pretty much you're not grateful, you're not gracious for the situation that you're in, then God is putting a pause on your blessings, okay? You need to find it in your heart to appreciate and be grateful and be gracious for what you have already. If you don't know how to steward what it is that you got, why would God bless you with more? He wants you to learn how to handle your current situation, which is something that I always have to remind myself. Like, girl, cool, you don't have your own space just yet, but you do have a house over your head where your mother does not make you pay nothing. Like, I am, like, when I tell you I am beyond, like, she knows that I'm trying to build my career. She knows that, you know, artists, they do be struggling a little bit. So, she knows I'm working hard in school, getting good grades, being a mom. Like, when I tell you I'm doing this mom thing pretty much on my own, like, it's on my own. Like, yeah, I have my village here and there, but, like, when it comes to, like, you know, childcare and stuff, it's either me or my mom. And I really don't like to put all that pressure on my mom sometimes because she has a life too. So it really is just me. But she really understands and appreciates that, and I love her so much for that. But it says, because my house, which remains a ruin, while each of you is busy with your own house. So God is saying, like, my house is a mess. And when he's talking about my house, he's talking about pretty much, like, I'm applying it to my life. Like, I'm applying this to my life. So when he's talking about my house, the house that I'm in, okay, it's a mess right now. Like, God is not gonna bless me with an art studio because the art studio that I want is occupied with garbage right now. And it's not garbage, but just stuff that just needs to be donated or thrown away or whatever the case. So yeah, that's not good. So he says, I called for a drought on all the fields and the mountains, on the grain, the new wine, the olive oil, and everything else the ground produces, on people and livestock, and all the labor of your hands. So pretty much he's saying, like, no, I'm not saying I'm getting rid of it. Like, I'm not stopping you from getting these things, but I am putting a pause on it because you don't even know how to manage the fields that you have. You don't know how to feed the livestock that you have. You're not stewarding what I gave you well. You know what I mean? So just remember that, okay? And this is what really had me crying, okay? God says, I am with you. Woo! Because I know sometimes it is easy to be like, why me, God? Where are you? Are you listening to me? I've been praying. I've been fasting for a living situation, for a new living situation for I don't know how many years now. I feel like even though I'm not paying rent, I'm paying for it in my mental health. I feel like even though, because that is also a thing, like, there are some times where it's just like, I feel like I'm going a little bit mad, I tell you, mad. Because it's like, okay, cool, I don't have to pay rent, but now I still have to ask my mom, oh, can I do this for a little bit? Oh, can I go here for a little bit? Like, I still feel like trapped in like a kid-like state, and I just, it just drives me crazy. Like, I can't have the company that I want over. I can't, even though I'm not dating right now, but it's not like I can't have guys over. And my mom, she's always telling me like, yeah, you can. Like, what do you mean? Like, but it's not the same. Like, I know I can have boys over, but like, you gonna be all in my business, and I don't want you in my business. So I just don't have people over like that, okay? But God says, I am with you. Like, I know that you're in this state of mind right now, this state of like confusion, this state of being lost, but I am with you. Like, I know your house might be a little bit cluttered right now, but I am with you. I will help you. I will work you through it. And that's what really got me choked up, because I have to humble myself and remember, like, yes, like, God is with me. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I'm in this season of singleness, isolation, this season of what is it? I don't want to say like unproductivity or like not being productive, because I am being productive, but like I'm just in this weird mindset, okay? And I just have to remember that God is with me. It says, be strong, Joshua, son of Jezodak. Y'all, I don't know how to pronounce some of these names in the Bible. I've been trying my best. Jezodak, the highest priest, be strong, and all the people of the land, declares the Lord, and work, for I am with you, declares the Lord Almighty. This is what I have covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, and my spirit remains among you. Do not fear. I could cry again. I really could cry again. So pretty much work, you know what I mean? Whether that be pushing your content, creating. If you want to be an artist, keep doing your art. If you want to be a farmer, make sure you're taking care of your land. If you want to be a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, put in the work, okay? Keep putting in the work, no matter how long it takes you. Keep putting in the work, for I am with you. And he's going to be with you through it all, baby. And with that, you don't even got to worry. He says, I covenant. He made a covenant with you, okay? He made a covenant with you when you was leaving Egypt, when the Israelites were leaving Egypt, okay? He promised you new land. He promised you the land of milk and honey, baby. He promised you a place where you could be independent on your own, a place you could call your own, okay? And my spirit remains among you. Do I even gotta elaborate on that? Do I even gotta elaborate? So, sorry y'all for the noise in the back. It's my water heater. But, again, just let the reasons that you're here be outside of yourself. Like, stop blaming yourself for the situation that you're in. Like, understand there's a reason that you're back at home, that you had to move back, that you have to be where you are right now. And just thank God and just be thankful. I have a place that I have something over my head, you know? Even if you're homeless, like, at least if you have like a car, a shelter, a family member, like, just be thankful that you have a place to lay at night, because there are a lot of people who don't. So just wake up every morning, be thankful, be happy, change your mindset. If you need to change your or like if you need to clean up some things. If you need to fold your clothes, fold them clothes. If you need to clean the bathroom, clean your bathroom, clean your kitchen. Make sure your area is clean, pristine, a place where your mind could just really just flow with creative ideas. Put those ideas into motion, and I promise you, like, you will bear the fruits of your labor. God said himself, do not fear. I made a covenant with you, which means he made a promise with you, which means everything that he's promised gotta come to pass. Everything that he's promised you, that land of milk and honey, you gonna be there, babe. Like, it's promised. Like, what's in the word is in the word. It's set in stone. So just really be mindful of that. Be mindful of how you think about yourself, and really just thank God and love God for where you are right now. And I promise you, 2024 and beyond, he's gonna elevate you. So yeah, y'all, that's all I have for you today. That's all that was on my heart, because I'm in a very similar situation as y'all, and I just want to be a little vulnerable for a minute and just tell you guys the revolution that I had when speaking to God this morning. So if you're feeling like you're stuck, if you're feeling like you're not doing enough, you're doing just enough. You're doing everything that you need to do, babe. Just have patience, have thanks, and just have faith. Keep having faith. Keep planting those seeds. So yeah, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.